The third permanent circuit built anywhere on Earth. Monza has always been special. Now it's been providing motor racing memories for a century. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix. Monza, northeast of Milan, some of the most iconic turns in all of racing. The chicane at turn 1 and 2, the Variante Ascari at turns 8, 9 and 10, and the Parabolica to conclude things at turn 11. We are full throttle for 80% of the lap. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Valtteri Bottas, and Norris. Verstappen, Albon, Hadjar, and Esteban Ocon. Bortoleto, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, and Lawson. Behrman, Colapinto, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Nico Hülkenberg. Sainz, Lindblad, Stroll, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Delighted to say joining us for this intriguing race is Anthony Davidson. Okay, the start, so important. Tell us about how you ace a launch off the line.
The drivers these days, they practice, practice, and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, which means there's a lot of very important people here behind the scenes. I'd love to give them a strong result to watch today, plus a good result might make my post-race meetings a little bit easier.
Very, very interesting voice line from Mark there, one I never heard before. But remember, Cadillac have the Ferrari engine in the back, and that's running the show. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna jinx it right here now, but it would be crazy would be a complete engine failure during this race. 27 laps around the Imola circuit, one of my personal favorites, but not a personal best. I'm not very good at the circuit. To be honest, starting in 5th makes me a bit nervous. I was really hoping for pole because the run down to the chicane at the very first turn is not my best. Ran off there several times during practice, during qualifying. Not great at all. So I'm a bit nervous for this race, to be honest with you. Front wing damage is in play. Yeah, just overall nervous. We did save a spare medium tire during qualifying, so that is good. As we wait for the 5 red lights here in Imola, or I guess it's Monza, not Imola, and lights out, and away we go. Russell with a tremendous launch off the line. Oh, that's not so good. And we lose a handful of places. Bit of contact with Russell. We got an Alpino on our side. We're able to make the move on the Alpine. Are we going to go around the outside of Russell? He's only got so much space to give us. We do. As we play some dangerous moves there. I'm surprised the game didn't tell me to give the position back, but overall it was always going to happen. So we are able to make the move, stick around the McLaren, though questionably so. Albon's up into P4. We're back to where we started after losing quite a few places. Am I using a bunch of energy? Yes, but we are up a position, and that's what we need. We got to be very careful. Track limits, I picked up a lot of those during practice and qualifying as well. We're slow coming out of the corners. We are absolute targets for the others. Bit of contact with Lando Norris sends us sliding.
Okay, so overtake overtake is active. Overtake mode
I just don't have
active.
any battery, and
You're
neither
gonna get
does
more power
Alex
from the
Albon.
hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past.
Overall, good maneuvering of the car there. Good play from Russell. Our tires are not too dandy after the contact with Norris. And our battery's not in a great position either, but I don't see the AI
overtake
using
enabled,
battery here.
Overtake enabled.
Struggling to get the car stopped right there. It is a quick circuit, and we are down one position from where we started now. After the little tussle with Lando Norris, we got a bit of battery to play with. Alex Albon does not, and he is lunch for that Red Bull. Once again, got to be very careful with track limits. Verstappen down the order, makes his way around Alex Albon. We're just hoping to find our way around Lando Norris once again. And hoping him and Russell have a good little tussle. The rhyme was intended. Lewis Hamilton banking in some quick laps right after Oscar Piastri. I'm a bit nervous. Here come a bunch of people. The Alpine Pierre Gasly versus Albon. Verstappen loses 2 places. Pierre Gasly gains 2. Albon gains 1 on Max Verstappen. Actually, I don't think he gains anything. I think he ultimately lost out on that. Not as much as Max Verstappen, but battery management around the circuit is crucial. And as you can see, I don't have it. .36% battery is not great. As I ride the curb a bit, trying to lift and coast. Some Lyco in there. We get overtake though. We're a second within a Russell. Russell peeled into the pits already. So Russell's has a problem. He has not had a great past 2 weekends. After some late tussle, or some, I'm gonna use that word a lot, aren't I? But some struggles really put him into the wall in the Netherlands, losing him out, I think, to plate P20 when it was all said and done. While we took the lead and won the race, even after an early race spin. And then it looks like now, after a battle with Lando Norris, Russell loses out once again. I don't like the fact that we don't have any battery. Okay, the car is definitely feeling a bit understeery. That corner did not take quite as well as I wanted to, so I think after a little bit of contact Russell at the beginning left a big hole in our nose cone again. And I think we're suffering from it a bit.
The Ferrari drivers just completed a pass for the lead of the race.
And that puts Hamilton in the lead. As you can see, Leclerc's in third. And look how much time Max Verstappen gained on us in the first straight.
Okay, Valtteri, Verstappen behind you now. It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please.
Mark, I'm just trying to manage my battery. shows Verstappen. Here he comes. Verstappen managing his battery way better than us. I'm able to take those corners a bit better, but I don't think we're going to complete the objective. Lewis Hamilton down in P3 now. Charles Leclerc must have moved up the order.
Okay, that wasn't quite what we needed there, I'm afraid. But listen, not to worry. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus for the rest of this race.
He could possibly get Verstappen here on the main straight.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
He's going to push us towards the wall, but I do not care. We make the pass on Max Verstappen again. And keep overtake for the rest of the lap. Which will help save a bit of battery more. And in fact, look at the power we have on Lando Norris, who is just slow. Good exit from Lando Norris in the corner. As now he begins to pull away a bit, clearly using some of his battery. As we're going to save our battery. Relatively good exit from us. Yes, we slowed a bit more. I was trying to save some battery, but it's just not working. We're able to keep overtake for the rest of this lap, for the next rest of this lap, so that's pretty good. We're not going to gain anything on Lando Norris, and in fact we might just lose out to Verstappen, as he probably has overtake on us as well now. A very, very interesting chicane there, not one of my favorites in all of the F1 tracks. It is one of my favorite F1 tracks except for that very corner. Running the big brakes a little too hot, and that's going to give Max Verstappen the chance he might need. We run a bit wide. As I'm able to pull away from him just barely. Playing some dangerous games. One place to get track limits was right there, and we're still good. But I feel like during qualifying there was not as nice. And the front runners just changing order all the time. Leclerc, Hamilton now. Oh, Leclerc's in the pits, no wonder.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes.
Tried to push Verstappen a little bit.
So push now, push.
Verstappen with a bit of a better getaway than me off the corner. But we have a bit more battery to play with. We're going to go around the outside. But we got no more battery now to play with. So we are just yo-yoing with Verstappen now. And the team telling me to push. We're boxing this lap, if I remember correctly. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest. I was in the middle of a battle. And as Hamilton said, don't talk to me when I'm in a battle. We try to squeeze out Verstappen, but he is bold.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
As ever. We brake a little bit early and I think get a better launch out of the corner than he did. But with no power, we can't do much. Probably braked way too soon for that. And I will... Please. Oh my goodness. That was so scary, man. I thought that could have been a 10-second time penalty right there. for speeding in the pit lane, but we were able to get it stopped in time. As Hamilton's out of the pits, Piastri's out of the pits.
Okay, go, go, go.
We're out of the
Perfect
pits
job
now.
From you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
2.4 seconds.
You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Look at that, we get straight line mode straight out of the pits, and we got a full battery now to play with. So we gotta be pretty strategic with that. Alright, I say we use it here. Drain it to 80, stop there. There comes a point where the engine has nothing left in it, so why push it even more with battery? You can't even get up to 8th gear. It works better in 8th gear, where it just gives you just a bit more power. Liam Lawson really slow. As now we're getting stuck in the traffic. But we have the ultimate pace on Liam Lawson, even without using battery. We finally get past him. Outlap was critical, but I don't think that was the critical outlap we needed. And here comes, once again, Liam Lawson, but I don't want to waste my battery. So he's going to get by, again. Once again, keeping us really dangerously slow, Liam Lawson. What is up with the AI in the Netherlands? Isaac Hadjar really slow out of the corner, sends me into a spin. Liam Lawson really slow into the first corner, nearly sends me into him. I am shocked I was able to keep that on track. We were finally able to lose Liam Lawson, hopefully permanently, after that nonsense. A little bit of power. We're down in 11th place, but I think the people in front of us have yet to pit still. But the fact of being stuck behind Liam Lawson, as I said, their teammates into the pits, everyone into the pits. We're going to come out right behind Lando Norris, but we're able to pass him. And that puts us in a 4th place. So critical outlap, we're able to gain one position.
By 2.7 seconds.
We did a bit of an undercut on Lando Norris.
Gap to the car in front, 6.8 seconds.
Now, who is running in first? Probably Oscar Piastri still, as he seems to have led the race from pole position, except for when Hamilton overtook him. And big flip-flopping happening up there. And even though we started with a full battery, look at how down we already are. Just with staying within track limits.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium side
Norris coming up on us. What I should have done was defended the inside line, but I chose the outside instead. He's gonna have overtake. He's defending the inside line. So we're gonna go into the chicane. This is getting sketchy. Lando Norris has to back out early, but he's going to stay alongside of us. We're going to go a bit wide, trying to make the move happen. Get the power down. We're able to complete the move on the world champion. And he ultimately backs out of it, giving us a little bit of breathing room. But he's going to be going for round 2 here in just a little bit.
Okay, Valtteri, we want to make sure we're saving some ERS, so let's try and
I'm trying, Mark. I am trying to save ARS. Believe you me. I've been trying Lyco. I've been trying gentle braking. I've been doing all of the nonsense. Here comes Lando Norris. He's going for round 2. I defend the inside line. And we're ultimately able to keep him behind us. We're using all the curb and more. But here he comes once again, roaring past us.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
But he is probably, well, first of all, he's not going to have overtake. We are. He's not going to have battery, but we do. We force him into defending the inside line, a line he probably wouldn't want to take. And are able to make the move on Lando Norris, but can we make it stay? We don't have too much battery, but we could try and pull away while we still have overtake, and he doesn't. But he'll just get overtake again on the next lap probably. So it's a matter of, do we try and pull away, or do we try and save the battery to once again make the move down on him when he passes us? Don't know. I'm going to try and pull away. That's what I'm going to do. 0.6 to Norris now. Don't have much battery to play with. He's a second. 0.9. I think he's going to get overtake. And we weren't able to pull ahead fast enough. So here he comes. I'm going to defend the inside line, but it doesn't really matter, because he's going to get just far enough. Try and get the power down. In fact, here we got some more power to play with. Lando Norris really forcing us to brake all the way. Need to stay on him. He is going to use overtake to try and pull away from us now. But we're 0.7 from him. So essentially a lot of yo-yoing here with Lando Norris. 0.6 to Norris still, so we're good. And we just get overtake. Just barely. We're gonna make the run down here on Lando Norris then. No more battery to play with. Try to get the power down, and doesn't quite work. Lando Norris being able to make the move stick for more than a lap, which is better than we could do. But all this fighting here has really ramped up the tire wear. And that's not what we needed. So Lando Norris is going to get away now. So we ultimately lose the position our undercut gave us. And we got almost, 10, I say we pit now. We pit now, we massively undercut. We save up the battery, we undercut the field, and we take the tires to the end, because the next tires are hards. And I think I can take the hards to the end. get it stopped perfectly this time. We're gonna get passed by everyone.
Oh, great stuff. You hit that target. Really good job.
A target? Oh, to save up the energy. Easy cop out.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
Good time from the pit crew there.
That was our last stop.
As we get
scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
out in time, but there we go. Off the curbs, not because we want to, but because we're forced to. My bad. Any damage to the underbody? Surprisingly, no. Just probably some more wear on the tire than we needed. Well, it's okay. So we come out behind Colapinto. So this outlap is very critical. You can see where the fresh tires are getting us. Colapinto trying to push us maybe into a mistake, but we're going to say no, sorry, Bob. That's our position.
Good job. Nice overtake.
But he's not going to give it up too easily. I don't want to get too close to him. He ultimately backs out of it, which was a good decision by him, as I defended the line heavily. Surely he doesn't have too much battery left. But he's going to make a run for it. I can't do much against Colapinto that round, the go around, and look at that, up into 12th place now as the others start to pit. We're just faster than he is, pushing him through the corner. That goes to show our tire wear is just supreme. Fresh tires versus old. All the sliding, all the fighting on the last medium tires was not helping their wear either. Go a bit wider than that corner, and that was a dumb mistake by me still. I'll own that one. Hulkenberg up next. And Bortoleto, the two Audis running in the points for now, but probably not too much longer as they have yet to pit once again, unless they plan to go to the end. Which I'd be surprised if they did. Both of them, no, Bortoleto running mediums, Hulkenberg running hards. We just miss out on overtake mode, which is frustrating, but Hulkenberg goes into the pits then. Colapinto peels into the pits. So look at that, there's our undercut. Where do we end up?
Sergio's in the pits.
Right behind Lando Norris once again. But I don't think the undercut is over. Lando Norris probably so happy to see us in his mirrors. Yes, Bortoleto has yet to pit, but I think that's the last of them. Most likely. So essentially our undercut didn't work, I don't think. Unless the Ferraris in front haven't pitted either.
Just come in for the hard tires. Car behind, running hard tires.
I wouldn't be upset with a 5th place finish, but obviously after our back-to-back wins in the Netherlands Sprint and the Netherlands Grand Prix, obviously a win here would be tremendous, but Lando Norris, current championship leader, also not in the lead, but Russell, the only other championship contender, knew that was track limits. Early race mistake, I think, led him into a front wing change again, as he had in the GP last race. And Lando Norris trying to make it around the traffic of Bortoleto, but not making the move happen. Bortoleto is going to help our chances here, as Bortoleto comes in the pits, defends from Lando Norris as long as humanly possible. We set the quickest lap on fresh hards, not so fresh anymore, but so I'm just trying to get the car stopped. I knew it. It's kidding me, man.
Second penalty for obvious corner cutting.
How much non-corner cutting did you want me to do there? I was trying to not corner cut.
Okay, Lando's ahead of you now. They're holding us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as
That's
possible.
really going to hurt our chances now. We're 7 seconds from Verstappen, so if we can at least keep that gap, we'll be fine. But that's infuriating. Like, how much corner did you want me to not cut after I late brake in there? Did you really want me to go through the runoff and go through all the boards? Because I was not going to do that. That is absurd.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.2 seconds.
Now I got to be extra careful of track limits there. Now that I have a penalty for corner cutting. Stupid one at that. I feel like Lewis Hamilton this season. Just penalty after penalty, most of them dumb. Canada, well, did I get, no, I don't think I got one in Canada. Thought I did for a second, but maybe not. I know there's been other dumb penalties, I'll tell you that. These tires have to last 8 more laps. I think they'll be okay. Getting our objective to land on Norris, not happening. So yeah, the undercut didn't work. The outlap was not critical enough, as the fight with Colapinto, I think, didn't help anything. Everyone in front of us and behind us on the hards that we can see. With a 3-second time penalty hanging overheads. So I'm just trying to keep it within track limits. As we're slowly losing seconds to Verstappen, that is also infuriating. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. AI seems so stinking quick on this circuit.
Catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tires.
I was shocked that I got anywhere close to 5th place for qualifying. Here we go, here we go. Kind of hugging the line, maybe as close as possible,
Okay,
see if it
gap
does
to the
anything
car
for me.
ahead, 2.2 seconds.
We're able to gain a bit of time on Verstappen, so that is good. Not if we keep doing nonsense like that. Carrying too much speed into these corners. So will the Ferraris beat out Piastri? It looks like that's going to be the order. So if everything stays the same, we got Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, then us. And I don't think we don't have the car to chase Lando Norris. We've already seen he has the battery management down and he has the car performance down. And Piastri obviously with leading the Grand Prix. Verstappen down the order though, tumbles down the order. Antonelli and Gasly around him. So Verstappen struggling with his battery management as well. So we lose a bit of time to Antonelli via the main straight, but I'm just saving battery.
Gap to your teammate behind, 31.0 seconds.
We got a 30-second gap on our teammate. Just drain the battery a little bit more, hoping to build up that gap to Antonelli again. Verstappen makes the move on Gasly again. So Verstappen not having a great race here in Monza either. Trying to keep it within track limits here. We boost out of the corner and then let straight line do its thing. But I think boost and straight line combined are much better, of course. But I don't know, maybe that's why my battery management is kind of whacked. 6 seconds. We're maintaining a pretty healthy gap to Antonelli. Just need to pick up no more penalties and maintain the gap. And of course, don't want to forget about the tires either. Running 42 with about 5 laps to go. Decent. We've run, what? I think we pitted lap 15, lap 16. Beginning of lap 16 is when we pitted. So been running already about 7 laps on these tires and just hit 40, so we're definitely pretty decent. There's a yellow flag out, yellow flag.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by.
3.1
seconds.
Lando Norris has a mechanical failure.
Oh, hey, great stuff. You hit that
Huge for us.
For the rest of this race.
We're able to complete an objective that otherwise was impossible. We gain an extra position, and Antonelli is gonna have to slow down. But Lando Norris with a mechanical failure out of the Italian Grand Prix. Huge for the Ferraris as well. Don't know why I couldn't stop the car for that corner. And it's Piastri leading the race. Will he have the same issues as Lando Norris? So I just try to gain a bit of battery into that corner. We're now 4 seconds from Antonelli, a gap that I definitely want to get up. So we'll dump the battery here on the straight. 4.3 seconds, still a healthy gap. Enough. It's not a healthy gap, but it's enough. But huge for the McLaren to break down for us. Huge for our objectives, huge for the race. And we're now building up a 5-second gap. Kind of waffling in between 5 seconds, but we're 8 seconds from Gasly. So push comes to shove, we shouldn't lose a place to Gasly. And obviously Verstappen behind Gasly now, losing out as well. So not a race Verstappen wants to remember. As now we're getting real cautious on the tires, I think. But if we could catch Lewis Hamilton and make it onto the podium here in Imola, now that's some wishful thinking, but that would be incredible. You can just barely see them up there. And he's just about a second from his teammate, so... We've now built up another healthy gap to Antonelli, one I'm happy with. But we just need to up the battery a bit more. We'll go none here on the straight, see what that does for us. I don't think that was horrible. I don't think we lost too much time. So we'll wait to use that in the in the first straight, saving battery. And if I see we lose quite a bit of time to Antonelli, then I won't do it again. Leclerc and Hamilton, I think, are having a bit of a fight. They're just 0.2.
9.1 seconds.
I can't do anything, I'm afraid, Mark. I don't have the car to chase the Ferraris, who are battling themselves. 0.2, not even 0.2 seconds now, really close. Hamilton makes the move on Leclerc. So watching the time to Antonelli.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your
It's
toes.
a bit of a boost in. I can definitely hear the lack of power in the car when we do that. So I don't think we're going to use it. It's not really helping us any more than regular battery management. So Hamilton losing out to Leclerc again. Leclerc just seems faster. And Hamilton now down to 0.3 from Leclerc. Don't need to bin it here in the last couple laps. Literally last 2 laps. As we're running wide into multiple corners. Just trying to push the car, but I think essentially we just need to get it home. Build up the gap to Antonelli and bring the car home. But P6 would be an incredible finish for Pierre Gasly here. One that he would relish. Trying to build up a bit of battery there in the final corner.
The McLaren drivers just completed a pass for the lead of the race.
And Piastri and Leclerc now fighting. Can Leclerc complete the pass here in the final lap for first place? We can settle for 4th. But I refuse to settle for 5th, so we need to keep up the gap to Antonelli. The tires are dropping off. 62. On the front left, but we tried to undercut, and I think it didn't really pay off. You know, you try some, you win some, you lose some. But Norris with a mechanical failure, huge for our race, huge for no one else, I think. I don't think he was in contention for a podium against the Ferraris and his teammate. He just lost out too much to myself and him fighting for 3 laps. We got a comfortable gap to Antonelli. We're 0.1 seconds Hamilton Leclerc. Final few corners. Decent result for the Italian team. Ferrari also getting their engine user. Oscar Piastri wins the Monza Grand Prix. We're going to come across the line in 4th, and we're going to keep it. And all good results for Ferrari.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Good job.
He has left the field in his dust. Oscar Piastri takes the win.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
All that hard work, all that graft on track, now being rewarded as they make their way onto the podium. And it's special for Piastri back on the top step. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, quite an incredible race. Heartbreak for Racing Bulls as whoever that driver was for their team binned it in the final lap. Liam Lawson, I think, was that driver. Lindblad is, well, it could have been Lindblad too, you never know. So not great result for Racing Bulls whatsoever. Lando Norris, heartbreak after DNF. Ultimately good result for Ferrari, making both their drivers on the podium and a engine supplier, or their engine getting up into P4 despite a 3-second time penalty, but we were able to keep the gap to Kimi Antonelli, who was able to get driver of the day. Pierre Gasly, incredible race for him, from 12th to 6th, gained 6 positions. Oscar Piastri led the whole race. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton stayed where they are, as well as Max Verstappen could not keep the move from Antonelli and Pierre Gasly, who just clearly had the speed to him. The last one to score points was Isaac Hadjar once again. From P9 down to P10, did not lose out much. Carlos Sainz, though, quite an incredible drive from him, gaining 10 places. Kimi Antonelli, of course, ultimately making the most out of his drive. 12 places gained the entire race. Good results overall. The standings, once again, I think that was possibly Piastri's first win of the season. I'm not quite sure on that. Everything still remaining the same. Lando Norris heartbreak, Russell heartbreak as well. I did not check to see where he is at, landing 13th place. Pit stops, if we look at George Russell, the first to pit, front wing repair once again from George Russell. So not Mercedes possibly thinking that George Russell's not the guy anymore. But overall, not a horrible race. We bagged some good points. Colapinto with the first track limit warning. We get track limits and corner cutting, whatever. I don't agree with that, but overall decent race. So I'll catch you out next time in the next race, although I don't remember which one that is. So we'll check it out next time.